You're tracking your points and you're following the plan, but the bathroom scale isn't moving. You're doing everything Weight Watchers tells you to do, but week after week, your progress has stalled. Or maybe you've even gained weight and now you're wondering, what am I doing wrong? The truth? These mistakes trip up so many people, and you might not even realize you're making them. And when the scale won't budge, even though you're putting in the effort, it's frustrating. It can feel like Weight Watchers just isn't working, just like so many other weight loss programs you've perhaps tried before. But I know you're working hard, and that's exactly why we need to talk about these mistakes, so you can finally start seeing results. Today I'm breaking down 5 common mistakes that could be standing in the way of your weight loss. Some of these may surprise you, but fixing them can make all the difference. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for mistake number 5 because it's something that has the Weight Watchers community divided, and you might see things in a whole new way. Hi there, I'm Krista, and welcome to the Hot Air Balloon Project. This channel is all about letting go of the things that no longer serve us, the things that weigh us down, both literally and figuratively, so we can soar and become the person we've always envisioned. Part of that journey is learning what truly helps us move forward and what's unintentionally holding us back. I've lost almost 24 pounds in just 11 weeks on Weight Watchers by making these key adjustments. By recognizing the common roadblocks, you'll be able to make the changes that can help really move the needle. Okay, let's dive into the 5 mistakes that may be slowing your progress on Weight Watchers and how to fix them. Mistake number 1, eyeballing portions. Why weighing your food matters. If your kitchen doesn't have one of these, chances are you're eating more points than you realize. Weighing your food matters. When it comes to shredded cheese, cereal, or even salty snacks, it's easy to underestimate portions if you're not weighing them. Yes, measuring spoons and cups are important, but they don't work for everything. Without a scale, it's hard to know if you're actually eating a true 4-ounce serving of, say, chicken breast. I made this mistake early on in my Weight Watchers journey and quickly realized I was often eating double the recommended serving size. Take my pita or tortilla pizzas, for example, one of my favorite weekly meals. At first, I struggled to measure out grated cheese accurately, but a scale made all the difference. Being on Weight Watchers without a kitchen scale can be a costly mistake. Eating more points than you're tracking can stall your progress, but the fix is simple. If your bathroom scale isn't moving, or worse, is going up, this is the first thing to fix. A kitchen scale is easy to use, and you might be surprised at what a true serving size really looks like. I'll link the scale I use in the description below. It's an inexpensive kitchen gadget you'll use multiple times a day, but more importantly, it will help you stay on track with your weight loss goals. Mistake number 2, 0-point foods aren't free. Here's why that matters. I can't tell you how often I hear people call them free foods. Fruits, vegetables, potatoes, lean meats. Yes, they're 0-point foods, but they're not free. You might think it's just semantics, but I'd argue it's not. When you see them as free, there's a good chance you're not tracking them in the Weight Watchers app, and that can be a pricey mistake. Tracking everything you eat, including 0-point foods, gives you a clear picture of your day. When we call 0-point foods free, it can lead to the mindset that they don't matter in our overall food intake. But the truth is, everything you eat has an impact, whether it's 0 points or not. Not tracking these foods can cause you to overlook how much you're actually consuming, which can add up over time. It's easy to think that something like fruit or lean meat is harmless, but if you're not tracking, you could be eating more than you realize. By recognizing that 0-point foods still count, you're more likely to stay accountable to yourself and to your goals. And another thing to know, old Weight Watchers plans encouraged you to eat all your daily points. This new version isn't the same. With over 350 0-point foods, you might go multiple days without using all your points, and that's okay. If you're full, you don't have to hit your daily points. Listen to your body. Mistake number 3. Sleep your way to success. Why skipping rest is sabotaging your progress. Weight Watchers not only helped me reframe my relationship with food, but it also improved my sleep. Here's why. Before Weight Watchers, I'd often have a drink before dinner, a way to signal the end of the workday and the start of me time. But more often than not, one glass of wine would turn into 2 or 3, which led to terrible sleep. I rarely got enough REM sleep and would wake up tired, make poor food choices, and then the cycle would continue. Once I started on Weight Watchers, I had to account for every glass of wine, and I wasn't giving up 5 points for each glass. When I was saying no to wine, I inadvertently was saying yes to better sleep. Now, I still enjoy a glass of wine or two once in a while, but more often than not, I now choose sleep over a drink. It's about making those small choices that add up in the long run. Prioritizing sleep means waking up refreshed and making better food choices throughout the day. Did you know that your body craves carbs when you're tired? Well, of course, not all carbs are bad. I can tell that after a restless night, I crave the unhealthy ones. If you're not getting enough sleep, you might be sabotaging your weight loss without realizing it. I'm so obsessed with sleep now that one of the first things I check when I wake up is my sleep score in my Fitbit app. If your weight isn't moving in the right direction and sleep isn't a priority, it's time to make that shift. Better sleep could be the key to making real progress. Mistake number 4. Not getting enough protein. Here's how it's holding you back. The other day, when I was deep into research for this video, I found myself famished all day. I couldn't stop snacking. I was constantly hungry. And it was actually quite comical because then it hit me. I'd hardly had any protein that day. I'd been reaching for salty snacks instead of healthy, lean protein. I'm going to blame it on my sleep score being a mere 81 the night before. Once I realized my protein intake was low, I grabbed a protein bar, and within minutes, my hunger pains disappeared. I'm sharing this because the journey isn't perfect. There are ebbs and flows. I don't always make the right choices. For example, many of you know I certainly don't eat enough vegetables, but that's okay. We're learning and adapting as we go. Perfection isn't what leads to success. Success comes from constantly making small, positive changes over time. One thing I've learned, if I don't get close to 100 grams of protein a day, I don't feel fully satisfied. Now, 100 grams is just a number that works for me, but some people follow a specific formula based on their body. According to the Mayo Clinic, adults should aim for about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or 0.36 grams per pound. For example, someone who weighs 165 pounds should aim for around 60 grams of protein per day. This number can vary based on factors like age, activity level, and BMI. But once you find your ideal protein intake, you'll likely notice that you feel more satisfied, eat less, and see better progress on the scale. Finding that protein sweet spot will not only help you stay satisfied longer, but it can also prevent those energy dips and mindless snacking throughout the day. If you're constantly hungry or craving unhealthy snacks, it could be a sign you're not eating enough protein. And let's face it, when you're not satisfied, it's harder to stick to the plan. By focusing on protein and making it a priority, you'll find that your weight loss journey becomes a lot smoother. So start tracking your protein, aim for your target each day, and see how it shifts your progress. You'll feel fuller, stronger, and more in control. I'll link my favorite protein bars and protein powder in the description below. Perfect for when you're on the go or just need a quick boost. And lastly, the mistake that is controversial at best, but shouldn't be avoided. Mistake number 5. Don't ignore calories. Why they're crucial for weight loss. I know some of you may be thinking, but Weight Watchers is about points, not calories. And you're absolutely right. But if you're not losing weight on Weight Watchers, then you cannot ignore your calorie intake. It doesn't matter what you're following, whether it's keto, Mediterranean, paleo, Weight Watchers, whatever it is. If you're looking to lose weight, it's all about creating a calorie deficit. Each plan or way of eating only works when there's a calorie deficit, meaning you consume fewer calories than your body is burning. So, if you're on Weight Watchers and you're consistently losing weight with no issues, you can ignore all this calorie talk. But if you're struggling, it's crucial to focus on creating that calorie deficit. To break it down, a calorie deficit happens when you burn more calories than you consume. That's when weight loss occurs. Some sources recommend a 500 calorie deficit per day just to lose 1 pound a week. So if you're not losing weight, you'll need to either eat fewer calories or burn more calories through exercise to get into that calorie deficit. The key is ensuring your calories in are less than your calories out. This is what allows you to make progress and start seeing results. And this is why I'm a huge advocate for tracking everything we eat, including 0 points, and why weighing your 0 point foods is so important too. Because if you're not losing weight, but you don't know how many calories you're consuming, it makes it harder to figure out where the problem lies and how to fix it. Now, the good news? Fixing this is simple. By tracking your food and ensuring you're in a calorie deficit, you'll be able to make adjustments that will set you back on track. It's all about making small changes and being aware of what's going on in your body. Once you start focusing on calories, along with your points, you'll begin seeing progress again. So there you have it. 5 small but powerful tweaks that can make a big difference in your Weight Watchers journey. From making sure you're weighing your food, to tracking even those 0 point foods, prioritizing sleep, and paying attention to your protein and calorie intake, these adjustments all work together to help you stay on track and see progress. I know that you're already putting in the hard work, and sometimes it just takes a few key changes to get things moving in the right direction. I see you, and I'm cheering you on. Progress may take time, but you got this, my friend. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this helpful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more Weight Watchers tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching. We got this. See you next time. Why am I so short today? What am I doing? That's better.